Hey everybody, what's going on? This is wilkyb, and this is the first video in a series of videos that I'll be releasing for my tournament that I'm hosting right now on this map, Concealed Hill. This map that we're looking at right here is version 11 for the replay, for the sake of the replay that we're watching in front of us. But version 12 is the most recent one that the tournament's being hosted on. So anyways, this first video in the series is basically just a general, we're looking at a replay of a game I'm playing against myself, just to demonstrate what I think the best openers are and stuff like that, and just some commentary and stuff about the map in general. So, like, just one thing in general, as you can see, is that this map is, it's not your typical, 2 base, 1 infantry starter, which is one way to handle the first turn, second turn advantage. Map makers and people who play this game competitively know what that's all about. So as a result of this default that I set on this map, the result is that Blue Moon has the economic advantage because they get to the base sooner, and further down the line their economy is just better off in that respect. So Blue Moon has time on their side, and Orange Star has, they start with this mech, so that means they get to this base a bit later. And they also get first, they get to produce things first, they get to move first, they get first strike. So essentially, Orange Star is in the hot seat. They can sort of dictate if they want to play aggressively, but not necessarily that they have to. But Orange Star does have the greater army value at the beginning of the game with this mech, so it's a pretty good idea to get started with fighting with this mech, in my opinion. So there's also these comm towers on the outsides, which are pretty important to the gameplay too. And so without further ado, we're gonna get into things here. We're just going to go through the motions here, I guess. So here we got our, both players are just going to head out for the bases to play out the economy. And one thing I'll also note here is that this replay that we're watching right now is essentially the economy game that both players can play. As you can see that the bases and the headquarters, the starting bases and the headquarters are really close in the middle here. And this actually allows for people to do sort of all-in plays if you think that your opponent is just too comfortable playing the economy game every time. So if there is, in my opinion, an exploit to be found about this map, it's probably in the middle, because I've tested the economy game, like what we're watching in this replay, pretty rigorously, and it works out quite nicely. So yeah, if there's some advantage or something that's broken about this map, it's probably something playing down the middle, playing in a rush. So another thing to mention too is that this map is balanced around the 2 lower tiers. I think it's tier 3 and 4. So that's what this tournament is played around too. And if I didn't mention it, this tournament is hosting the top 100 Fog of War players on Advanced Wars by Web. And also, shoutouts to Advanced Wars by Web, because this is the website we're using here to play games and stuff like that. So if you're unfamiliar, get familiar with it, because it's worth it. So yeah, so we're going to see how this plays out. We're going to take some more turns here. One big thing for Orange Star that they don't necessarily have to do is get this recon here, which is really good. Recons on this map are really good, and I made it that way on purpose. So what happens here is this recon can choose to go 8 moves onto this middle tile here, the road, and it can see the base after you plant itself on this road tile here. And so the way that this plays out, you might think that this is awful for Blue Moon, and it's that's the way that the map is. And the way to counter this, because if you don't know how to counter this, then it's pretty jarring how Blue Moon is supposed to possibly even win. And the way to counter this Orange Star recon is for Blue Moon to get a recon of their own. And as you'll see, Orange Star is going to do their capturing and stuff. And then they're going to move this recon over to this tile over here. So something to note in this situation is that Orange Star has a choice to go on either side, and the better side to end up on is the one that we're on right now for Orange Star. So we're actually going to interrupt the capture of this base by half a turn, or by half a turn. So in this scenario, Blue Moon is ahead by a half turn on this base, and then they're going to be behind a half turn on this base here relative to their opponent. So so what we're going to see next turn here. So what's really important for defending this recon is placing this infantry who's capturing the second base on the mountain here. If you don't do this, you cannot attack this recon, and you're probably gonna regret that. You're probably just gonna lose the game because that's too much of a hit to take from a full recon. So as we see here, we see the recon, and we go attack it with Blue Moon, Blue Moon's recon, and then we capture this base here. Capture, build another infantry, and we continue our economy behind that. And then, so what happens next here is Orange Star goes to delay this base even more. So now it's behind. This base is essentially behind by a full turn after this plays out, and we'll see how that plays out. Orange Star sends their infantry to the middle to capture the middle cities, and they're building infantry behind it. And now Blue Moon follows up on this recon. This isn't necessarily the play that you have to make, because you can actually capture this base if you double capture, but I do like to attack this recon just to get it out of my hair, because it's going to go run away. If it stays here, it doesn't do anything effective, so it's going to go run away, and that's that for now. So that's what I decided to do, is to attack the recon. Blue Moon is kind of Blue Moon's a little bit scared about going right out here, because I just hide in the forest here because I know that my opponent could possibly be on either one of these cities depending on which way they decided to go from the first turn. So if you're a gambling if that's your you like to gamble, then you can just go for it, but I play it safe, go in the forest there. And yeah, Blue Moon is just going to economy. So as you can see, there's a lot of cities on the outskirts of the map, and it's a good idea to get an infantry on a line to capture out this way, which is what both players want to do. Orange Star goes and hides in the forest over here, and they got that gives them vision of what they're building and what's going on next. We're capturing in the middle is Orange Star. We head south, begin capture. We go west, begin capture, and we build stuff. We're building 3 infantry, so we're economying up. And now it's Blue Moon's turn on day 6 here. We just get in a good position. I think this recon could actually land somewhere else, because right now it's in vision here. I think you could land like somewhere else and it would be a bit better. But anyways, so now we are on day 7 for Orange Star, and we're just capturing stuff. We're capturing the middle. Build a tank at the bottom right, and more infantry for the economy. So Blue Moon sends this recon down here, so we're getting the scouting information just like our opponent is on us. And we're just sitting here waiting for a good time to delay these cities from being captured. But this tank is kind of scary, but yeah, we'll see what happens next. Clickety, 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 click. And yeah, we're just capturing this economy for Blue Moon, the left side there. The left side is definitely the strong side for Blue Moon because of this recon kind of slowing down the right side. And typically what we see on this map is, one player favors the side that they're capturing their comm tower on, and then they're just trying to delay their opponent on the opposite side from capturing their comm tower. So, we're capturing stuff as Orange Star. We're going out pretty far over here. And just getting into possession. And now it's day 8 for Blue Moon. And Blue Moon is... Blue Moon built a recon the day before, which is really good for the outskirts here, like I've mentioned. So one other thing that's really strong for recons on this map in particular is to, shove a recon down here. I send it down this way, which I think actually the best way is just to go down straight here to delay these cities here. And delaying these cities is a really good idea. So you'll see that this recon is actually going to make its way down here. And the reason why this recon is so good for delaying the cities and stuff is it's for 2 reasons. Is one, for that reason, it slows down the economy in the corner here. And it's a pretty significant slowdown, because if you have one infantry that's trying to take this whole line, it slows things down like very, very significantly. So you're slowing down the economy, but another thing that this recon will do when you send it down here is that it will pull away a tank that normally would have been, ready to attack you trying to capture this comm tower here in the middle. So yeah, so it does, this recon does a lot of good stuff here on this map. It slows down the economy, and it pulls like a tank away, so you can happily, more happily capture this comm tower here, for example. So here we go. We're attacking in the middle there with Blue Moon. We're slowing down this airport here. And honestly, I think this recon would probably be better off just waiting to delay the capture line here. But when I see a airport being captured, I just naturally want to go delay that. Now it's Orange Star's turn for day 9. And one thing to note here, one thing to note here is I'm pulling this recon from the left side to go middle. So I'm going to be down, I'm going to be down a unit count there, but I'll be up a unit count in the middle here. Pretty significantly, because we're using it to kill something too. Kill these infantries here. So this tank is going to clear out that recon there, which honestly I think it's better just for me to have the information about what's going on and being able to delay the cities there. And then we see Orange Star just kind of happily moving out because he's killed that recon, so he's got nothing to worry about. We've got this tank in the middle, which can be seen by this recon, by the way. What was that last move? We're building a tank on the bottom right. So bottom right is pretty stacked. And middle is kind of stacked too with this recon. So left side is actually really weak for Orange Star. So now it's day 9 for Blue Moon. We will see more economy stuff. The comm tower is starting to be taken, getting this recon into a good position. One thing about this recon, you might be wondering why I might not attack these 2 guys here. And the reason for that is because I don't know if there's a tank behind this or not. So this is in range. These 2 cities here and this city here are in range of a tank, but these ones over here aren't. So it's better for my recon to, attack stuff over here to feel more safe. Otherwise, if I knew there was no tank here, I would definitely attack this, but, alas, I don't have that sort of insight. So here we go. We're just kind of, moving things along here. This game only goes to the first use of superpowers for both players, and then I made a draw happen. So, but anyways, here we see things playing out. Orange Star can't see what's happening over here at this comm tower because we pulled this recon away. So, had I put this recon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, or like somewhere over here, we would probably delay this comm tower capture, but you know, for the sake of these 2 infantry that we've killed of Blue Moon, we're giving away that comm tower for free, basically. So here we go. We're just fighting stuff in the middle here. We're getting into good possession. Now it's Blue Moon's turn, day 10. And Blue Moon has captured the comm tower. And so now they're fighting in the middle with this tank. And this is a really good position for Blue Moon, actually. Like, this choke point here is really, it's a really good move that they made earlier, that they captured the city. Blue Moon is moving around. This recon. This is a good recon. This is a really good recon here for Orange Star. Oh my goodness, how much information they're getting. So now we're capturing over here. We're kind of attacking. We're attacking in the middle again. And this is a really good, really favorable position for Orange Star in the middle here. So, clickety-click. Yeah, so the middle is super, it's getting super stacked right now. But, as we see, it's Blue Moon's turn. And they're just going to keep delaying this comm tower in this corner here. So, I think that's part of the win condition there, is just having the comm tower. Blue Moon is fighting, really just abusing this choke point here. Delaying that tank push. Blue Moon, wow, Blue Moon decides to go in the forest there, which is a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. They're delaying the comm tower capture. Got the economy going, top left. Yeah, so Blue Moon's economy is like unfazed over here on this side, and it's pretty slow on the right side here, though unfazed. But on this side, it's really gonna be quite slow because of this recon. So here we go, and this battlecopter's can't hit this recon, so it's just gonna sit there. We got the economy going for Orange Star in the corner, the bottom right corner, and this recon might do something about that. We'll see. We got the tank in the middle taking damage. Got more battlecopter. And this left side's getting really strong. And now we have the recon doing its thing. Got the tank clearing stuff out. Yeah, that's good. Ooh, this is... Having this opening, though, that's going to be a big deal. Let's see what happens. Oh, actually, well, maybe she'll have a covering fire that can take care of all that. Ooh, nice. That's a really good position to attack that tank. Get him. Nice. Nice. Beauty. Alright. So now Blue Moon's in a really good position. Unless, if they can hold the middle, and I think they will, because they have this covering fire. Yeah, they're just taking stuff out, clearing all the stuff. And Orange Star getting pretty big. Got the medium tank in the middle too. So here we go. Building the anti-air for these helicopters, or for the battlecopters. And this right side is actually really weak for Orange Star, so they basically have to push middle to win. So, see how things go here. Oh, there was the nuke drop. And I think it gets stuff. Let's see. It gets all this stuff real good. And it got something over here too. Yeah. Boom. Not bad. Not bad. This recon just wants information here. The tank is going to sit back. What the? That was weird. Here we go. Okay, there we go. And then I believe the game ends on this turn. Yeah. So we're just fighting stuff, fighting. Yeah, and that's where it ends. So yeah, so that's the map. Yeah, it's pretty fun. There's a lot that goes on. It takes a while for the map to like fully develop too. Like you'll fully capture all this stuff probably by like day 18, or maybe day 20 for like the entire map to be captured. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, just the one thing that I really want to point out is that if you don't, especially as Blue Moon, like the one thing to take away from this whole video, if you're going to take something away from it, is to build the recon on day 3 as Blue Moon. That's like the one thing. Like this recon is always going to be a good move. It's always going to be a good move. Because if you don't get it, you run the risk of just losing to a 50-50 coin toss here. If this recon lands here, you lose the game unless you have this recon. Which is a bummer, but that's just the way that the game plays, so suck it up. And then if you didn't get this recon and you got an infantry, you still could stand a chance of winning and surviving if Orange Star lost that coin flip and they landed their recon on this side here. So yeah, so if you're having struggles with the recon rush, then just build the recon as Blue Moon on day 3 and you will you'll be much happier for it. So yeah, so that's about it. There's going to be lots of replays and stuff that I'll be doing videos of that you'll have lots of content to consume. So yeah, so if you like this content, if you like this video, if you like making maps and stuff, then you can like and subscribe and send it to your friends and whatnot. And also, if you wanted to comment and stuff, you can do that. You can leave it on the map. You can leave it on the YouTube comment section here, or you can message me personally. I think you can find me on Advance Wars on either of these accounts here. And yeah, so if you guys like it, then do just that. Like and subscribe. Share it with your friends. And I'll see you in the next upload. Adios.